We're at the stage where Jesus is brought back before Pontius Pilate. And Pontius Pilate does not know what to do with him. He's had him scourged. The Jews are not happy with that. And so a Roman soldier responds, "Wait, the Jews want a king. Now we shall give them one. Him," says the soldier, that is pointing to Jesus. And he runs out to a court that is in the back, from which he returns with a bunch of branches of wild hawthorn, still flexible because springtime keeps the branches relatively tender, while the long, sharp thorns are hard. With a dagger, they remove leaves and buds, bend the branches, forming a circle, and place them on his poor head. But the cruel crown falls down on his neck. It does not fit. Make it narrower. Take it off. They take it off and scratch his cheeks, risking blinding him. And they tear out his hair in doing so. They make it smaller. Now it is too small. And although they press it down, driving the thorns into his head, it threatens to fall. They take it off once again, tearing out more of his hair. They adjust it again. It now fits. At the front, there are 3 thorny cords. At the back, where the ends of the 3 branches interweave, there is a real knot of thorns that penetrate into the nape of his neck. Do you see how well you look? Natural bronze and real rubies. Look at yourself, O king, in my cuirass, says the inventor of the torture scoffingly. A crown is not sufficient to make a king. Purple and sceptre are required. In the stable there is a cane, and in the sewer there's a red chlamys. Get them, Cornelius. And once they have them, they put the dirty red rag on Jesus' shoulders. And before putting the cane in his hands, they beat his head with it, bowing and greeting, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they roar with laughter. Jesus does not react. He lets them sit on the throne, a tub turned upside down, certainly used to water horses. He lets them strike and scoff at him without ever uttering a word. He only looks at them, casting glances of such kindness and such atrocious sorrow that I cannot bear them without feeling heartbroken. The soldiers stop sneering at him only when the harsh voice of a superior orders them to take the guilty prisoner to Pilate. Guilty? Of what? Jesus is taken back again to the entrance hall, which is now covered with a precious valerium because of the sun. He still has the crown, the chlamys, and the cane. Come forward, that I may show you to the people. Jesus, although exhausted, straightens himself up with dignity. Oh, he really is a king. Listen, Jews, here is the man. I've punished him, but now let him go. No, we want to see him out, that we may see the blasphemer. Bring him out, and make sure they do not take him. And as Jesus goes out into the lobby and is visible in the square formed by the soldiers, Pontius Pilate points to him with his hand saying, "Here is the man, your king." Is that still not sufficient? The sun in a sultry day is shining almost perpendicular because it is between the 3rd and the 6th hour. And it lights up and it makes eyes and faces conspicuous. Are those people human beings? No, they are rabid hyenas. They shout, they shake their fists, they want his death. Jesus is holding himself upright. And I assure you that he never had such a noble bearing as now. Not even when he performed the most wonderful miracles. Nobility of sorrow, but so divine as to suffice to mark him with the name of God. But in order to say that name, it is necessary to be at least men. And Jerusalem has no men today, but only demons. Jesus looks around at the crowd, and in the sea of rancorous faces, he looks for and finds some friendly faces. How many? Less than 20 friends among thousands of enemies. And he lowers his head, struck by such abandonment. A tear falls, and another, and another. The sight of his tears does not engender compassion, but gives rise to fiercer hatred.